Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check. What's happening, man? Welcome to the Concrete Genius Pod, man. Pardon me. It's your boy Sauce Mackenzie, man. I appreciate you tuning in, seeing what's happening. I want to talk about forgiveness and retribution, right? Now, those of you may not have seen the clip. It's a video going around of Tracy Morgan coming out the Knicks game, and he runs into a guy from his past. And he said the guy talked to him real nasty back in the day. At first I heard it was childhood, but I've also heard different stories saying it was from his early comedy days. But my point is, the dude treated him real bad, right? So if you fast forward to now, the guy is homeless and the guy asked Tracy Morgan for money, And Tracy's reaction is what people are debating. And I'm gonna play the clip for you. Let's expand this right quick. Let's play this.
Don't talk to me like I owe you something. I didn't say that. Boy, can I get something, please? No. When we was younger. Yeah, but I think I forgot. I'm homeless, boy. So what that got to do with me? I ain't do that. Oh, shit. Take care of my kids. Can I get a picture with my sister?
So I'm with Tracy Morgan all the way.
All right, yeah, so I don't want to hear dude talking. But anyway, my point is, the dude was like, can I get something? Tracy was like, nah, man, I remember how you used to treat me. And the dude was like, but I'm homeless. And Tracy like, I ain't do that, right? So my point is, how does that make you feel, and how would you act if you were in that position? Now, Tracy's up several M's, but you also can't tell somebody how to feel about the way they were treated, right? Early in the day, I was in my barbershop. Shout out to my guy, Mac 10. You know what I mean? Shout out E-Dub. We was in there kicking it. And I wanted to ask them how they felt about retribution. And I asked them this question, right? If you take the 3 people who've done you the most wrong in your life, I don't care if it's an ex-boyfriend or girlfriend, I don't care if it's somebody you did business with, I'm talking about 3 people who crossed you at the time and either had you so upset or feeling at your lowest that you didn't understand it, right? Say they homeless, they on their deathbed, they suffer a major tragedy, and you can help them. Would you help them? Now, me personally, my entire life, I've been extremely good to people. I'm a pretty great friend when we locked in, right? I would say I'm a above average friend, exceptional friend, to be honest with you. I think when I'm your friend, I will give you my last. You can call me in the middle of the night when you got an emergency. I will talk you through ups and downs, goods and bads. We can have therapy sessions. I'm a great friend. Let's go out to dinner. Hey, I got it. Hey, you need anything? That's been the story of my life. If I eat, you eat. I don't care if we splitting a Whopper, splitting a cheeseburger. I've been that type of friend, right? But when people do me wrong, I'm cold as ice. And I've always dealt with that. I've always been called stubborn by people that love me, or even some of the people that do me wrong. But my only explanation is that if I feel like I'm such a great person and I have such a strong capacity for love, if you betray me, my coldness is the exact opposite of that, right? And I'm comfortable with that. But both my friends in the barbershop said if they were in Tracy Morgan's position, or if they had been done wrong, let's take Tracy Morgan's money out of it. But if they had been done wrong by somebody that they had trusted and believed in, that they would still help them if they could. And that made me think, as I get older, is my coldness healthy for me, right? Because me, I hold grudges, right? Everybody that loves me and knows me know I hold grudges. The same way I'm such a great friend and a beautiful person, I help my community. When people betray me or go out of their way to sabotage what I got going, I hold grudges, and those grudges are extremes, right? Because if you mistreat me intentionally after I built a rapport with you, I'm sorry don't always justify the mistreatment of what you did to me. I'm sorry is for mistakes made in real time. I step on your shoe. I'm a little late. Traffic's bad. I got angry. You got angry. If you my friend and we hustling together and you steal a whole stash, you knew exactly what you were doing. So what does I'm sorry mean to me? Apologizing later means nothing to me when you did something that was selfish in the moment that you knew hurt me, right? Now, don't get me wrong. If you arguing with your wife, you arguing with your woman, you arguing with someone, and things get heated, things get said, especially if you have a record of rapport with them, I'm sorry, it's fine. You know what I'm saying? I think things do happen instinctually that I'm sorry is justifiable for. But if you allow me in your house to spend the night and I steal your rent money, it's no I'm sorry for that because I knew what I was doing when I did it. If I borrow money from you and say, I'm going to pay you Friday, and you say, man, I trust you, I really need this money, but I believe in you, you paid me back before, and then you betray me knowing what I needed it for, I'm sorry doesn't really justify that, right? I'm sorry is for things either in the moment or things that couldn't be avoided. Hey, it was a wreck on the highway. They reroute traffic. We gonna miss our dinner reservations, honey. I'm sorry. Hey, man, I lost my temper. You said some things. I said some things. I'm sorry. I was in a bad mood. I didn't process my day. Those are explainable sorries for me. I can only speak for myself. But if you steal from me, right? You betray me. You sabotage what I'm trying to do, right? You being friends with me and then you intentionally going to people you know don't like me and you telling my business. You talking bad about my family. You talking bad about my wife or my children. I'm sorry, don't justify that, right? Because whatever evil made you do that, you keep that away from me, right? But you're not going to trauma dump me and keep saying I'm sorry and then do the same thing and mistreat me and then I'm just supposed to forgive you like an idiot. Even God tells you don't be a sucker, right? You got to have some type of boundaries, right? And I'm going to give y'all an example. And this was when I was younger. This wasn't recently. This was probably 25 years ago. I was dealing with a woman. We was just cool. Our relationship was cool. I think she might have wanted more, but we had an initial understanding of what our relationship was. Once I ended the relationship, she destroyed a lot of my things. $1,200 jacket. I was very fond of that Averex jacket. Some of my clothes and things like that. Probably 2 years later, I saw her stranded on the side of the road. Kept going. And I looked her dead in the face. Now, if I had to do that now, the mature adult me, I would stop and be like, hey, you need some help? Let me make a call. But back then, I was still upset about what you did to me. Because to me, if you know I'm a great person and you know I had the ability to say, you could say, hey, man, hey, Big John, man, I'm down on my luck, bro. I need some help with my rent. I would go and give you what I could afford to help you pay your bills. So once you betray me, you destroy my stuff, you make a mockery of you embarrass me, you mistreat me, I don't owe you any compassion. That's always been my stance. And I'm wondering, and I'm going to pray on it, should I soften that stance? Right? Sorry is temporary, not for long-lasting damage. That's a great point. And I had a friend that stole from me. We were hustling when we was younger. And I had been helping him. We had been helping each other, but I was mainly helping him. But I trusted him, and I helped him get on his feet. And he stole from me, right? So at this time, I was kind of awfully violent. So when he stole from me, I was good friends with his pops. And I told his pops, I said, look, y'all probably need to get him out of here because I'm going to do something to him. And they was like, no, man, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. We talked to him, make sure you, whatever, right? And I ain't take it there. They asked me don't take it there, and I didn't because I loved him at one point. But recently, this same person that stole from me had some health problems, and some of the people that I knew that associate with us was like, hey man, come on, bro, we put some money together, do this and do that. My point was I already contributed when the nigga stole from me. Right? Now, that's cold, but I can't control how I feel. Now, a lot of sometimes these feelings of these situations, I keep away from my wife because my wife is a very, very Christian, forgiving person, right? She'll let go and let God. She's big on that. That's our balance. I'm a lot of Tupac, hit him up. She's a lot of let go and let God. So that's why we balance and merge each other perfectly because our energies are perfect for each other. We kind of protect each other. She protects me from going off, and I protect her for forgiving people too much. So it's a perfect balance, right? And so my question is, how do you balance forgiveness without feeling gullible? How do you balance forgiveness without feeling naive, right? And they always say, well, forgiveness is for you. That's true. But is there an expiration date when people have left you for dead? Is there an expiration date when people has mistreated you in the rawest form, right? How can you have an expiration date when somebody walked over your heart, walked over your feelings, violated your trust? And I need someone who's rational and thinks the way I do to help me understand that. Is there expiration date when people you've trusted violated you? If you let somebody spend the night over your house or stay with you because they going through hard times and they steal from you, I'm sorry doesn't fix that because you knew what you did, right? It's like people who apologize after they get caught doing some grimy shit, right? Like, if you was finna steal my bike off the side of the house, don't say I'm sorry because I walked out and saw you. I'm gonna beat your ass. You stole my bike. You was trying to steal my bike. And if I wouldn't have caught you, you wouldn't apologize. So how do you balance forgiveness for you, but also protecting your peace, right? Because my peace is important. And that's the difference between somebody walking over you and somebody being down on your last. When I coach youth sports, right, I was trying to help kids get scholarships, include my own kid, but several other kids, I helped over 200 kids get scholarships, but I probably could have helped 1,000 more if it wasn't so many jealous minions trying to stop me because youth sports was all they had in their life. It was the only relevance. And me, I'm fly at everything. I'm magnetic. I walk in the room. I'm 6'5". I'm handsome. I've been a hustler. I've been everything, right? I've been in the streets. I've been everything. So when I got into youth sports, a lot of dudes who weren't as charismatic or didn't have a presence were very envious of me because sometimes Black people feel like if you in a space, you stopping them from being seen in that space. And I ran into that a lot, right? And it was some coaches, some athletic directors, a lot of people that personally tried to sabotage anything I've ever done. And mentally, it took me time to get over that. And if I saw them and I could help them with $100, I'm not at the point where God has healed me enough where I would say, here, take this $100. And I blow $100 at cigar bars. I blow $100 at FanDuel, right? I blow hundreds. I blow, it's $100. But it might mean something to them now, but if they betray me, I'm just not there yet. And I pray I get there one day. I pray God gets me there. I pray I can one day have that compassion, but I'm not there yet. Because if you tried to cripple me emotionally, you tried to cripple what I'm doing for my family, what I'm doing for my children, what I'm doing for my wife, my livelihood. You tried to take food in my mouth, out my mouth. I don't care how bad your situation is. Now, if it was just distance, beliefs, or lifestyles, no real beef, and you needed me, I'm going to be there. Even if it was just a verbal disagreement and our relationship was honorable, and they say, hey, man, we raising $10,000 to help with such and such funeral, I will be there at the drop of a dime. Because I value that time. And the words, I ain't really emotional about words, but I'm very emotional about acts. If you deliberately put forth an act that can intentionally hurt me, be it your jealousy, be it your own insecurities, be it your hatred, just being a bad person. I'm not at the point where I can not only forgive you, I might have forgave the act, but you as the person, I could never have compassion, right? I believe in empathy. I really do. But I believe more in empathy for people that I would rather meet somebody that's not doing well and help them than help somebody that betray me. Because once you betray me, that bitterness in me is never going to turn off. But I'm going to be honest with you, right? If a person tried to destroy my character, and a lot of people in sports tried to destroy my character, a lot of people in life tried to destroy my character, especially if you tried to hurt me personally, physically, or you tried to hurt me, stopping me from getting opportunities, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't feel bad that hearing that you got in a car accident and you ain't got no car insurance. I know I'm not supposed to, but I couldn't do this podcast without being transparent, because I do this to heal myself, not just help people, right? But if I see you limping around, you was grimy, talking, slandering my family, slandering my name, and now you ain't got no insurance, you went around here limping around, you can't go to physical therapy, I felt the joy in that. And I pray for God to heal that every day. I pray 4 or 5 times a day. But it ain't healed yet, right? You got a dent in your car you can't fix, and you betrayed me, you stabbed me in the back, and I was good to you. I'm glad you got that motherfucking, like, I don't know how to turn that off. I'm getting better, but I haven't mastered it. And I wanna get to a point of total peace with God where I don't revel in the suffering of people who tried to make me suffer. I want to get there one day, and I'm going to pray daily, constantly. I'm going to meditate, because I'm blessed. And I feel like a lot of my blessings is because I'm a good person. I feel like God knows my heart, so that's where my blessings come from. But it's also not up to me to play God, but it's also not up to me to help you when you left me for dead. So if you betrayed me, you slandered me, you stopped me from getting opportunities, I was finna get a job somewhere, you lied on me because you knew the person. I like hearing that your girl put you out and all your shit was in the trash bag because you ain't never had a place on your own. I'm sorry. Now you just a homosexual pulling out applications. I mean, I take pride in that. You know what I'm saying? Like I did. I do. Not as much as I did a year ago, and hopefully less every day, but it's something I'm trying to work through, man. And so I'm want to know what people think and how they feel about not just forgiveness, but also having the capacity to help someone that's betrayed you. So if you got a call from the person that has done you the worst they've ever done you in your life and made you feel the lowest, and they needed your help to change your life, change their lives, or change their situation, would you do it? If you ran into your arch enemy, the person that betrayed you at your lowest and put you in a hole that you had to dig yourself out of, and you ran into this person and they were homeless, would you feel obligated to help them? Right? At what point is the balance between appreciating your blessings with God and getting over it, or understanding that feeling of betrayal? Because betrayal never goes away, right? You can bury betrayal and you can mask it and you can hide it and you can put it to the side because you're surrounded by beautiful people or you've worked on yourself. But that feeling of betrayal never goes away, right? When somebody betrays you and you see them, you see that image. That's why people betray me. I block them on all socials. I don't even want to see you, good or bad or indifferent. If that person that betrayed you the most in your life was homeless, could you help him? Please leave a comment, man. ConcreteGeniusMedia.com. I appreciate you. God is good, man. Thank you for your time. Let's heal. Let's love each other. Let's pray for this country. Let's pray for each other. Let's have fun, but let's not take our frustrations out on each other on social media. Let's have a good day, man. I love y'all. Peace.